puta, tú eres friki, estás toquicha. Quieres treparte en Superman pa' las putas, soy un imán. La ropa es trajera Milán. Todas estas L son de ley, no daste el da.
What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, man. Today, we're gonna be changing the brake booster on the car. Now, the reason I'm changing the brake booster on the car is because I'm having this braking issue where the brake pedal is hard after I pump it a few times, but it'll like ease down slowly. And the other day I was speeding back and forth up this road, and bro, it got to a point where I was pushing the brake all the way to the floor and the car was not braking at all. Now, I do have good pads on the car. I do have good rotors on the car. I have brake fluid. I thought I was leaking brake fluid, but my brake fluid stays consistently at the top. I was leaking from the driver rear caliper before. I changed the caliper, so no leaks at all. And when I come to a stop sign or I come to a red light, let's say I'm going about 60 and I'm start braking slowly, I'll hear this deep this deep noise coming from the brakes. All right, so there's this hose back here, this one right here. Let me get up in there. This one right here apparently has a check valve in it. Actually, here it is right here. You can kind of see it. Check valve here. So I found that out recently, so I don't know if that's bad or not, but I already got the brake booster, so I'm just gonna swap the whole brake booster out and go from there. Hopefully it fixes my issue. I ain't gonna lie though, it's a little tight up in there. All right, we're gonna do it though. I'm gonna go get the parts and we're gonna get right into it. All right, so here's a brake master cylinder. This actually came off of a 2007 Honda Civic FA5. I got it off of eBay, and it came with the brake master cylinder. Got it off of eBay for $90. I'm telling y'all gotta find the deals on eBay. But this looks basically brand new. I mean, there's barely like any rust on it. That's not even, yeah, that's just paint chipped away. Ain't nothing crazy. Oh, okay, buddy. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and break loose these brake master cylinder nuts that are all the way back there. I tried to get in there with the Milwaukee E-ratchet, but it didn't fit, so just get in there with a regular wrench. So those two nuts back there are loose. I got them here. Now I'm gonna take out the vacuum hose, which is that clamp right there, and then remove that. From there, we're gonna go inside the car, remove the 4 nuts that hold the brake booster to the that hold it to the brake pedal. All right, so vacuum hose is removed. I'm just gonna put this guy, just put it there. Now it's time to take out the 4 on the brake pedal. I feel like I can pull it out with these pliers. Yep, there we go. Push this guy out. We're in the engine bay. Let me see if I can move the brake master out the way. It's moving, but it's like still stuck onto the brake booster. Huh. All right, so I came over to the brake master cylinder and booster that I have over here to see why it's taking so long to take off, or why I'm struggling to take it off. And I came over here, took off the 212s, and I just went like this, and it came right out. So, I got a spot for y'all to see. So, why this one don't come out like that one came out? What do I have? All right, y'all, I'm back after like 30 minutes, an hour, I don't know. So as much as I did not want to, I ended up having to remove those brake lines they were just, I just had the brake master cylinder not want to come off the booster. Right now it's on the floor, still doesn't want to come out the booster. So I had to take out these brake lines here. There's also a bracket that was here from the OEM intake box. Had to remove that. Actually, I broke it off because I couldn't get to the 10, but it was just in the way, scratching the brake booster like crazy. Couldn't get it. Everything is in the way. But again, I do have the computer more moved this way because of the Skunk 2 intake. Causes the computer to come more this way with that bracket, so it was in the way a little bit. But yeah, as much as I didn't want to take out those brake lines, I ended up having to take it out. I took out the brake pedal completely. I removed all the bolts, whatever. What I was going to do originally was just take out the brake booster, just put the new brake booster in, and call it a day. But to be on the safe side, also I was trying to take out this brake hose so I could take out the fluid so it won't keep leaking out, but the hoses did not want to come out either. So what I'm going to do just to be on the safe side is I'm going to just put in that brake master cylinder and that brake booster all together in at once. I'll take out this hose from here. The one on the old one, I was trying to take it out and it actually ended up breaking it right here. You can see the cut. So it broke completely, so I'm gonna just swap the whole hose out. Now in the process of trying to remove this hose, not this hose, I'm lying, this hose from the reservoir, it broke the where the hose goes because it won't come out. Now it's stuck in the hose. Alright, so those nuts are nice and tight. Time to put these brake lines on. They did get a little bent up and stuff in the process. And that happens. Time for this one. Hopefully this one just goes right in. And let's see. This one. Mess with it a little bit. She's being a little bit of a bitch. I tried out forward too much, so I'm gonna push it inward a little bit. So I'm gonna have to pull it this way to be able to catch some threads. Alright, everything's in. New brake booster, new brake master cylinder, new hose, old reservoir. Everything's bolted up, everything's all good. I'm just gonna put everything nicely how I had. But before I do that, I'm gonna bleed the brakes to make sure. Alright, so I already bled up the brake master cylinder a little bit. I bled that up first, and then I'm gonna start doing the brake caliper. I have my little tool here to help me. So make sure your brake master cylinder reservoir is full, because once you go below that minimum mark, you're gonna start introducing air into the system. So far we're good. And then back here, I looked at my fluid and she's still pretty dark, so I'm gonna keep pumping until it's clear. So let's continue. All right, so I just got done bleeding the brakes, and I did feel the brake pedal earlier, feels pretty good. But yeah, then my homie Joel pulled up. He's working on his IS-250. But we about to see what it's all about now. don't have an adapter for my car to fit the brake fluid reservoir. So I just called my homie. I said, bro, pump this shit. And right now I'm driving. I'm about to test out the brakes right now in a sec. Just make sure nobody's behind me or anything. Yeah, wow. I definitely think let's get a little bit of speed. Yeah, somebody just flashed their high beams at me. I don't even got my high beams on. Yeah, let's see. Going 40. See how fast we can stop. 40. Oh shit. Yep, they work. Well, our concern seems to be fixed. So far, so good. I took it on a 4-mile drive, and everything's felt very good. It felt very sensitive, very responsive. So I'm gonna just drive it for the next, well, obviously it's daily, so I'm gonna drive it for the next few weeks, next few days, next few weeks, and just see if it stays consistently like that.